Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We're playing music for some reason. My game doesn't even fully load in yet. Okay, so rogue level 5, we get literally just uncanny dodge. That is the worst level up I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so level 6 rogue swashbuckler, we get access to... Why is it blank? Okay, so we get an additional skill, I suppose. Wow. You get nothing with this class. So, we're in the last light in right now.
What have we been doing so far?
So far, we went right into Act 2, got spoken to by a goblin to tell us to bring a spider lyre to Karnas to basically attract that spider guy to lead us into Moonrise Towers using the moon lantern. However, in the middle of doing so, we actually got ambushed by a bunch of harpers who we eventually joined side with temporarily to take down Karnas to get the moon lantern, and then we took down the harpers to get the moon lantern from them after they took it from Karnas, and then we decided to head north into Last Light Inn. And now we're here basically, and we already got pretty much everything we wanted from the merchants. So we can either do the quest line here to save or take out Isobel, or just go straight to Moonrise Towers, or do both, honestly.
Okay, let's do both.
Okay. So I'm already at Isobel, so we can either decide to save her or kill her. And I believe last playthrough we actually did take her out because she wanted the Dark Urge abilities.
Yeah, the Dark Urge.
So
we'll try and save her. If it goes wrong, then it goes wrong.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan to me. We should probably bring the charisma person here because the Fist of Marcus guy is here.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could just take him out right here, right now. So, check this out. So he's wet now. Yeah, it lasts 3 turns, but he's always wet because he's in the water. What if I drank an agility potion right now, called lightning... There we go. Now we're in battle, and then I just call lightning again. There we go. Look at all that damage. And I can call lightning again a 3rd time.
Nice.
Then I still have a bonus action for Luminous Arrow, so I can arrow this guy. I get the miss though, which is unfortunate. But now Asterion can go, which he can go for a sneak attack. 60% though. I'll just hit. There we go, and we got him. So we avoided that entire conflict, and we get the rewards out of it. Yeah, that's just how strong Call Lightning is. It's one of my favorite level 3 spells, because I can still activate Call Lightning for 10 whole turns.
Yeah, that was pretty OP.
It's very good. This is what I basically used to take down the final boss of Act 2, just by spamming Call Lightning. Parasite doesn't control me. Oh, you're talking, actually. Also, we don't need that, because we already have the bell. But we now have a Parasite, which is perfect. So now we can pretty much head over to the Shadow Cursed area, but we can also use our Parasite now, which you probably want to use that because you have the most illithid powers, and you can probably get... you have Call of the Week, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, so you should probably invest into that more. And right around this time, we do get access to the quest to take down Karnas, but since we already did that, we can literally skip all of that, pretty much. We can now just talk to Jaheira, I guess, if we really want to. Hello, Jaheira.
Cheapos around here.
Cheapos, why?
Not tipping me after I play such lovely music.
Oh, you're playing music? I do need the 100 gold achievement, and also I got more folk hero inspiration by talking to Jaheira. Anyways, are we ready to long rest perhaps? Or short rest, I don't know, because I'm out of spell slots completely. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we got the Shifting Corpus ring from that fight, which gives us invisibility and blur. Since Asterion didn't really get much from this subclass, we could actually change out Asterion for someone else, perhaps. Alright, we're doing a long rest right now, and I believe this is another Dream Guardian thing, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, this guy's here. Hello, Minster. Yeah, we kind of... I forgot I took off his shirt, actually. Yeah, I swapped out his equipment, so unfortunately he's shirtless. So why is his head kind of like looking to the right?
Yeah, he's looking down.
Probably.
He's embarrassed to look
Yeah. Yeah, since Asterion has absolutely nothing, we're gonna get a hireling warlock, perhaps. We killed off Will by accident, so we're gonna have to make use of this short, bald lady here, I guess. I'm gonna hit random and see what happens. There we go, venture forth. Okay, so apparently you need to reclass at Withers in order to change the subclass here. So here we go. Now we have the Hexblade, which gives us access to Shield, which is an ability I love because you increase your armor class by 5 when you're attacked. And also Wrathful Smite, which is pretty much a Paladin ability, pretty much, which I also like the smites as well. And you just get bind hex weapons by default. and also Hexblade's Curse, which is when you curse a target, your damage rolls against the target gain a bonus equal to your proficiency bonus, and the number you need to roll a crit while attacking is reduced by 1. So we can go for a crit build here, and we actually have a sword that combines with this effect to lower the crit rate by another 1. I believe you have the sword right now, right? Oh, also, we don't necessarily need to equip Wrathful Smite. Probably still will, though. 16 Dexterity, 14 Constitution, and 17 Charisma. I believe that's pretty good for a Warlock. So Warlock level 2, you just get a Warlock slot, 2 Eldritch Invocations, and I believe I can also just pick a slot here. I do like Hex, though. Hex is very good. So Agonizing Blast and Repelling Blast, those are just the bread and butter for every single Warlock in the game, pretty much. And level 3, we get the Pact Boon, and you gain a spell, I suppose. And even though I do want to test out Shadowblade, I don't think I can really use this, unless I, like, dual wield, I suppose. I mean, that could be fun, right? Can you dual wield that? I don't know. And would Pact of the Blade technically be redundant if you have Hexblade? I'll just do Pact of the Blade just because it's funny. I'll probably do Booming Blade, simply because this is more of a weapon type of class. If you're up close to the enemy, having Blur would be very good. We're probably gonna choose Resilient Charisma. There we go. In level 5, we get more spells, which, Hunger of Hadar, because that's just a good spell. And we get another Eldritch Invocation. I guess Armor of Shadows might be nice for more armor. In level 6, we get a subclass feature, a Cursed Spectre. When you are an ally within 18 meters, slay a creature that is afflicted by Hexblade's Curse, you can raise an Incursed Spectre that will fight alongside you. Oh, you get an ally out of this. That's pretty nice. I can do Counterspell. Counterspell is just nice to have. Okay, here we go. Knife of the Undermountain King. This should be able to be proficient, because we can also just do Bind Hex Weapon here. So now, we just have a very strong weapon that increases crit rate and all that. Also, there is Shadowblade as well, so I'm curious if I can dual wield this, actually. Can I dual wield? You can dual wield the Shadowblade and the Knife of the Undermountain King, actually. That's a lot of damage, actually. 6 to 27 for the Shadowblade. I guess I can also bind the sword as well, I suppose. 7 to 28 damage. There's also Hex, which is very nice. I love using Hex because you do more damage with your cantrips, pretty much. Unfortunately, you only have 2 spell slots as a Warlock, so let me just give her some equipment and then we're gonna move on. Yeah, this is good enough. I gave you the Diadem of Arcane Synergy because you're going to be using conditions, I guess. You also have the Daredevil Gloves, which you get a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls, which you're going to need because you're going to do spells a lot, especially with Eldritch Blast and all that, if that counts for the conditional. So with my Shapeshifter Ring, I get the Mark of the Shifter, so all my checks will be better. And we'll also have a nice powerful healer on our side. So let's make our way probably down south and then to the west until we get to Moonrise Towers. Yo, I didn't even realize this, but Booming Blade with the Shadow Blade does 8 to 36 damage. I don't know why it's this strong. Oh yeah, there are enemies in there, so you might want to be careful. Ambushing, yeah. Awesome. So now we turn to the table, so they're surprised now. I actually have a perfect spell for this, Hunger of Hadar. So every enemy inside of there is going to take a lot of damage. So now they have to walk through the spikes and also the Hunger of Hadar, so this is just very nice in general. Now, of course, this does mean that you can't exactly shoot anyone inside of there. Except for that guy, I guess. Guiding Bolt. Awesome. Let's see how effective this is. Oh, they have Shadow Teleport.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, nice crab.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what is that? Cannot move and attack rolls against the affected entity has advantage. Oh. No, the crab! And there's also Hexblade's Curse, which I suppose I can use because technically it's not really a spell action. So as long as we kill that Hexblade Curse enemy there, we get a very special benefit from it. Let me try a Sunbeam. Blinded. That's pretty nice, I guess. Nice. And now a Cursed Spectre. We now have an ally on our side with 40 HP. Now, let me check out these stats. So 14 armor class. You can't even see their portrait properly. But they resist nearly everything, actually. I'll just blast a few fools. And I get Arcane Synergy as well.
You have to zoom in and then it goes up on their face.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, just zoom in. That thing's freaky. It's cool looking, though. Oh, and I can stab here, actually. Boom. Nice. 11 damage, not bad for an offhand strike. Oh, so interestingly enough, I cannot control this thing.
It just goes.
Yeah, it just goes. So that's, I guess that's a way to nerf it, because that is pretty strong. Yeah, there we go. We caught another one, and now there's only one left, which is inside of the Hadar field. And there we go, finally Shadow Teleport. Oh, let me try out Booming Blade, actually. Let me just hit you real hard. That's a 91. Dang! Wait a second. Hang on a second. I can attack twice? Deep Impact extra attack. You can make an additional weapon attack this turn.
Nice.
This thing is so strong!
Oh, there's two
This
down.
subclass is amazing, actually. Then I summoned another Spectre. How long do these last, actually? 9 turns. Okay, so it lasts 10 turns. Okay. Yeah, Shadowblade and the Knife of the Iron Mountain King combined with Booming Blade is so powerful. The only downside, though, is that you have to be in melee range. With the gloves I have right now with Daredevil Proximity, all of my spell attacks are going to be rolling very well anyways, so you can be a ranged and a close-range fighter with this Warlock subclass. My biggest problem with Warlock usually was that once you run out of spell slots, you're kind of not doing much other than Eldritch Blast. Yeah, if you have concentration on Hex, it's not all that bad because you're going to be doing 1d6 necrotic damage along with your Eldritch Blast as well, so it's not all that bad, but usually once you're out of spell slots, you're kind of much struggling against bosses because you use spell slots a lot during boss fights, and you can't short rest during boss fights either. Luckily, since Booming Blade is a cantrip, same with Eldritch Blast, you really don't have to worry about that limitation of running out of spell slots during a long battle. So now we should be nearby the Moonrise Towers, actually. Where is the waypoint? It's a little further down south, isn't it? So we have to, like, make our way through the... Wait, did we ring the bell already? Okay, we have the blessing right now. Let's go. So this is where the Toll Keeper is, right? We could probably do this fight pretty easily, actually. You want to just go up and beat her up? I'm gonna throw some water at her. Whoops, I'm in dialogue, actually. I bring you death. Oh, you go first, actually, and you're dashing. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay, we're good. How many attacks do you have? Yeah, take down the skulls. Don't worry about Thorn because she has like 600 health. What if I just go up this ladder, actually? Because I can still call lightning, right? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I can reroll my attacks, pretty much like the Lucky Feat, I'm pretty sure. So that's very nice. Time to Booming Blade. Boom! Almost dead already? That's so much. I love this, actually. It's so good. We get a stab there with the Warlock. And wow, yeah, the Warlock, the same with the Wizard. They just become a melee. 40 damage!
Oh my goodness.
What?
I don't think we need to test out anybody else.
Yeah. This is actually just showing off how strong the Shadowblade is, honestly. I never use this, and I probably should. Now imagine Gale with this sword, actually, because he has a very similar, the Blade Singer subclass, where you're pretty much melee. And if I reclass his ability to be a short sword rather than a scimitar, I can make use of the Shadowblade short sword ability. And pretty much become powerhouse with Gale.
I didn't think
How does
we'd
it
go up
climb?
the ladder.
Oh yeah, they probably just floated up.
Just floated up, yeah.
Yeah. You can do that? Oh, explosive coins. That's fine though, because I got Booming Blade. Boom! 44! What? Why is this so strong? Do these things take fall damage? I'm gonna try it out. No. Yeah, I'll just be up here and heal you guys. Never mind, I have to walk down to heal you. There you go. Wait, I just also realized. The Shadowblade is psychic, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember that one item that was inside of Moonrise Towers when you go inside, like, the fleshy place, right? There was an item we could pick up that gives psychic vulnerability to everyone nearby it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we could do double the damage with this sword. Assuming we get it, of course. So imagine that 40 damage I did earlier becomes 80. 80 damage. Stab. Oh, it's not a kill. I don't want to waste a Booming Blade though, but I guess I have to. There we go. There's actually one left up here. Cosmic Omen. 6! Man, one more hit and that thing goes down. Oh yeah, that is gonna happen. Good thing we're all safe. Yeah, James, you can kill that thing, right? Nice. Takes one to know one inspiration. Now let's try out a Booming Blade against the boss herself. 7 HP, actually. Sure. There we go.
Yes.
Oh, watch out for that gold explosion, by the way. Oh my goodness! Money! We're rich! Yeah, let's pick up all this money. You know, I just read the Ironvine Shield. While the wielder is holding a weapon empowered by Shillelagh, I forgot I could do that. Yeah, it requires a staff or a club, and I'm using a mace, so unfortunately I can't even make use of that. So, oh well. Turning into an owlbear because apparently I can't make this jump normally. Because I went through the secret passageway that you get some extra gold out of it, and the only way to get out is to jump. Oh, I gotta break this open actually. Oh, I can't loot this chest. Gloves of the Battle Mage's power. When you hit a target with a spell or cantrip that uses a weapon, you gain arcane acuity. Oh, wait a second. Doesn't that work with Booming Blade, actually? I'll just hit myself real quick, actually. So, Booming Blade... It does, in fact, give arcane acuity. It works. You get a +1 bonus to your attack rolls after using it as well. Very good. Let's go. There we go. I found the entrance of the Moonrise Towers. And we should get the waypoint right now, so now everyone can teleport over here now. Perfect. So let's head in. Didn't you say something about Halson being captured because he wasn't, like, infected with a mind flare or something like that?
Yeah.
I wonder if the hireling is an exception. Yeah, they're not available for hosting a mind flare parasite, so let's see how this goes.
Praise the absolute.
Is the hireling safe? Seems so. So now we have access to some new merchants here, and if we talk to this guy correctly, he becomes our ally.
If you a crusade, prove it.
Okay, so I can do a druid persuasion here. So let's see if this works. 17, perfect.
All right.
24. So now we pay less because he's now at 100 attitude. Now, of course, we have the Halberd of Vigilance as the special weapon here. And there's also a couple of armor as well. There's also the Sentinel Shield here as well. Here's the Titan String Bow, actually. This one uses a strength modifier. Yeah, this is really good. So we can give this to Lae'zel. And since it's very cheap because he's at max attitude, we'll buy this no problem. There's also a pretty generalist hat here, which gives you a +1 bonus to spell saves and a +1 bonus to initiative. It's very cheap, so I might as well buy it. It's only 100. Oh yeah, here's actually a Enraging Heart Garb here for a Barbarian, which we don't have. But while raging, you generate 2 turns of Wrath, and you also have +2 Constitution, which is pretty good. I think I did use this in my Honor Mode run, probably. Either that, or I used the Raging Bull, which we get the last light in, which gives you +2 Strength. Wait, I'm curious. Does Hexblade's Curse work on allies? If I use this against this bird, and then I hit the bird to kill it... No. Okay, it doesn't. Unfortunate.
So you killed my bird for nothing?
I killed your bird to heal, actually. Wait, you wanna rescue Minthara now? Basically, they failed to try to get the artifact right, and they didn't do that, so let's show Minthara mercy. 18, yep, I just win. 25. So Minthara will be brought down below, and now...
Let's free them.
Cool. I guess we can save the other ones, I guess. And let's go down and rescue Minthara. And I have level 3 spell slots, so what we can do, actually, is the same strategy as before by just getting them to be wet. So that they're wet, and then I'm gonna call lightning on them immediately. Attack! Also 40 damage, by the way. Well, I rolled poorly on my initiative, but it's fine, because we have Booming Blade. Nice shock. Booming. 18 there, nice. And it doesn't matter. We decided Minthara's fate, and we rescued her. Yeah, so we're just gonna get Minthara out of here, and then we're gonna have a Paladin to see what their new subclass is as well once we reclass her. And there we go. Paladin Oath of the Crown is the brand new one. Righteous Clarity. Grant the target's proficiency bonus to their attack rolls additionally. Okay, for 10 turns. Channel Oath for bonus action, okay. And you get Oath of the Crown Tenets. I don't know how that translates into the gameplay itself, so I'll just have this stat spread right here. So 17 Strength, 10 Dexterity, 14 Constitution, and 16 Charisma. And we get access to the fighting style, which usually I'll just go for great weapon fighting, right? That's usually the best one. But we also get access to Divine Smite Reaction, and Divine Smite Critical Reaction. I don't actually know their special gimmicks, but usually great weapon fighting is the safe option. Level 3. Okay, level 3 is just prepared spells, I suppose. Nothing too special here. Is level 4 any different? I could just do Savage Attacker, just for like the great weapon fighting bonus, pretty much. Level 5, we get extra attack and more spell slots. And you also get Oath spells, Warding Bond, and Spiritual Weapon. Okay, Warding Bond is really good, so you can pretty much make yourself bulkier by giving resistance to everything on the ally, but you take damage in return, so having high constitution is probably very good for this. I'll choose Tough as the next feature later on. Aid could also be very good for this, because what Aid does is it just increases your maximum health, so I will be using Aid. And level 6 gives you Aura of Protection, which is just every Paladin, pretty much. The Warding Bond is the best feature so far, because I love using Warding Bond as just like a strategy where you intentionally leave her back at camp with the Warding Bond, so your other 4 teammates will become even stronger by being way bulkier. And also, I just realized there's also Champion Challenge right here. And there's also Turn the Tide. Wait, is this an AoE? It is! This is really good! This is definitely more support focused rather than Vengeance Paladin, which is what I usually take, where you're just all offense and just blast things with smites. I can make use of the Titan String Bow and heavy armor as well. So, Minthara has 15 armor class, which is pretty low, honestly. However, yeah, I gave her pretty much pretty standard stuff, to be honest. Nothing too crazy. It'll do for now, actually. Yeah, it'll do. Oh. So unfortunately, I cannot bring Minthara into the tower, actually. So, we'll use Minthara another day. Okay, switching over to Shadowheart, actually. We get access to subclass feature, Inescapable Destruction. Spells you cast ignore resistance to necrotic damage. Wait. Hold up. This was literally the exact thing I was worried about. Because we're in Act 2, right? So literally everything is going to be resisting necrotic. Though I don't know if that works against immunity. I think immunity is the exception. But resistance to necrotic is now no longer an issue. And I guess I'll also have Spirit Guardians, I guess. And since Shadowheart actually has a Tadpole, we don't have to worry about her being in Moonrise. Perfect. Yeah, I'm just going to go up to the 2nd floor, and we're probably going to do some dialogue up there, because we need to get the quest to actually go to the Shar trial place in the first place, so might as well get up there for now. Yeah, that Destroy Construct thing, use it on that eye.
Shatter?
Yeah, Shatter. There we go. So now we no longer have to worry about that eyeball affecting us, so let's go and talk to the Orc Lady. After I make them wet, of course. Now, we could do the dialogue or just attack her immediately. What do you think? Yeah, let's attack her immediately. Attack!
Oh,
wow.
Right. What is your problem?
Yeah.
Get a life.
So, with our new necrotic abilities, because she did that on you actually, I will do Spirit Guardians Necrotic for Shadowheart so that we can make full use of the Spirit Guardians doing full damage. And with this barrel, I'll just throw it over there. So now, anyone can just throw some fire at it. Hopefully she throws fire on herself.
Oh, not these things.
Nice walking inside of the Spirit Guardians. And the dash, which will also go into the Spirit Guardians probably. There we go. I made a lot of value out of that. You have fire, right, Courtney? Awesome. Shadowheart did get hurt. However, we don't really care.
Where'd the eye come from?
Oh, there is another eyeball.
Just teleported through the door.
What I will do is drink a swiftness potion. Worth a shot. It did work. Okay, cool. I did hurt you in the process, but it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Yeah, she'll just walk through the fire and all that and take a lot of damage. Caught of Cold really sucks. That was basically a party wipe. Well, we could retry. Check this out.
Bad behavior.
Attack! And now the moment they move, they explode. And also I can cast another Glyph Warding actually, because we initiated the combat like that. So I'm gonna cast another one so they both explode.
Yeah, kinda.
There we go. Oh, there's a Scrying Eye. But, so Shadowheart has a Swiftness Potion here, and what she can do is... Actually, what is this thing resistant to? Everything but Thunder, I see. but not really necrotic because I ignore that, so if I do inflict wounds, this should work. Boom. Touch of death. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Death Domain Cleric's special gimmick right there in action. Glad to show that off, and now our only enemy left is, well, a bunch of
Not for
weaklings.
long.
Yeah, they won't live for long. There we go.
There's a parasite in that corpse.
Let's go.
So after that lovely encounter that only took a single try, we were able to loot and get a lot of goodies out of it. We pretty much have the only objective to just explore this top floor here, and then go to the Trial of Shar. What we can do, actually, is hold that Trial of Shar thing until next episode, and, yeah, I guess we could also just loot the top place, I guess, on the next episode as well. But we've done a lot already today, so I think here's a good place to end it, right?
Yep.
So is there anything else you want to do, other than go into the void and explode? Do we want to use Shadowheart when we get to the Shar Temple?
I think so.
Yeah, we completely avoided using her last playthrough. There is also Minthara we can try out. Still 3 rooms that we need to
Yeah.
complete. So we can probably bring Minthara for those, and then when we get to the final area, we'll bring Shadowheart. Sounds good. Okay. See you guys next time. Any last words?
Adios.
Adios.
See ya.